I'm going to show you some ideas on how to create a sustainable home, not only from the design perspective, but some tips on how you can just run your house more sustainably. Sustainable living and design is not only about saving money along the way, but it's much kinder to the environment. Sustainability can be designed from the ground up, and something as simple as the location of where you put your living areas to where you get your natural light from. Sustainability is not just about the design you make, but also the materials you choose. Some materials are much more sustainable and have a longer lifespan. Things like natural ventilation can make a big difference too. Save money on having to have air conditioning, but can also prevent humidity and the build-up of mould in areas. Furnishings around home can make a big difference too. Things like blinds and curtains, carpets or even rugs can make a huge difference to the warmth of the house without adding ongoing costs. Also consider the fittings you have in your house and how much resources they use. Things like low energy light bulbs or low water usage shower heads can make a huge difference to your environmental footprint. Investing in really good quality insulation and double glazing can make a huge impact to your power bill over the long term, but also means you need to use less electricity, which is great for the environment. The sun is a massive untapped resource that is free for everyone. Things like having large windows to let natural sunlight in, concrete floors to absorb the heat and keep it during the day, and using solar panels to absorb that heat, whether it turns it into electricity or creates hot water. Recycling is another great way to have a sustainable home, whether it's recycling by composting your food waste or simply recycling some materials to make home fittings. This void here is a great example of sustainable living in action. The void itself creates a natural air movement which helps with condensation and humidity. The windows are open which create light in both sources, meaning you don't have to power light bulbs for so much of the day. And then the light fittings we do have here are made from a recycled cardboard, which is great. In your home it could be as simple as just changing your light bulbs into energy efficient bulbs. There's three types of main runoff from a house. You have stormwater, which is generally your runoff from like the roofs. You then have grey water, which is typically a runoff from things like your showers or kitchen sink. And then you've got black water, which is your sewage, and you want to get rid of that. Here we've got under the deck here, we've got a grey water filtration system where purely all that grey water from the showers and things like that filters into here. It then goes through a processing for a couple of hours and actually comes through clear at the other end. They use this water for the flush toilets here, can also be used for in the garden or even your washing machine. The average toilet uses about 12 litres of water every time you flush. This is a great innovative product here that tries to minimise the wastage when you're washing your hands by recycling that water. Simply, when you go to wash your hands, all of that water runoff will fill the cistern, and next time you go to flush, it will be some of that recycled water. This is timber from a renewable forest source. Timber is one of the most sustainable resources you can use in building. However, it's important to note there are some timbers that come from unsustainable forests, so it's really important to find out the source of your timber. There's a whole lot of things you can do for sustainable living, from the big stuff like designing your house to get maximum light and using renewable materials to the real small things like reusing your water and planting a veggie garden. Reducing your carbon footprint is something we can all do, and it's great for the future generations.